Hi, I'm Margie. I hope you enjoy this little video we've produced.
Flying with hope. I used to enjoy flying. It was always part of the going away adventure. Now it is about queues, searches, and having to buy fresh drinking water at airport prices, because you might bomb someone with your own supply. It has all become a pain in the proverbial arse. Flying just isn't fun anymore. Australia may only be a short hop from New Zealand, as far as travel is concerned. But it is still international. A rigmarole. So when we went recently, I was prepared. No sharp objects. Liquids in a little plastic bag. No aerosols, inflammables or food. I confidently surrendered my hand luggage to the conveyor belts, to be scrutinized by X-ray. I felt smug. All was well in my world, I was sure. When my once smart, but now well-used paisley hold-all, went through the X-ray machine for the second time, I wondered. When I was asked if it was my bag, I knew there was a problem. But I was still confident they were the ones making a mistake. I was shown a small round image on the X-ray screen. I had no idea what it was, and told them so. To this I was told that they needed to investigate. Now I started to sweat a little, as the large airport security male plunged his hand in amongst my spare supply of knickers and sanitary wear. Not because he would find anything illegal, but might wave my undies around in public. With a flourish, mission accomplished, he held aloft my hope stone. His disappointment that it wasn't some kind of terrorist device was tangible, but added to that was the fact that he had no idea what it was, and why someone would carry a round pebble-like object with hope engraved on it, was beyond him. I suppose at that stage, I was labelled as a bit of a loon, but I didn't care. My pants were not on general exhibition, and my hope stone was saving me from all those massive amounts of electronic pollution in the airport, and on the plane. Who was indeed the crazy one? Return flight, no problem. I put my hope stone in the front pocket of my handbag, intending to put it in the tray for pocket paraphernalia and cell phones, to go through the X-ray. But lo and behold, that same tatty paisley bag was the subject of interest again.
Have you got a spanner in this?
I was asked. Were they barking mad? I can't remember when I last used a spanner. In fact, I can't ever remember using a spanner, let alone carrying one.
We'll have to look.
I was told. Be my guest. My bag had no underwear or anything remotely private. This time the very beefy airport guy put on a rubber gauntlet-type glove, before he thrust his hand up to his elbow into the depth of my bag. Before I could assure him that there was nothing toxic or unsanitary in there, he proudly waved a tiny, inferior, flat-pack spanner in his rubber fist. Thoughts raced through my head. I had never seen it before. It wasn't mine. How on earth had it got there? It must have been there on the outward journey in New Zealand. Why hadn't their X-ray machine picked it up then? Assembling our bed when we moved, I told you to put it in your bag for safekeeping, David muttered to me. But that was years ago. It had lain in some crevice, neglected and forgotten ever since, until airport security discovered it, and asked me what I wanted to do with it. David gave me a stern look, before I could utter, "Stick it where the sun don't shine." "Dispose of it," I said through gritted teeth. David, bless him, did speak in my defense when he asked what possible harm could I have done with it. They told him all sorts. Well, really? A not at all mechanical, slightly overweight, not very tall woman of a certain age, could dismantle an aircraft with a weak, flat-pack spanner of a rare size? Now, I am all for safety, don't get me wrong. But, when people can freely carry on bottles of duty-free, that could easily become lethal weapons, what are my eyebrow tweezers, rescue remedy drops, handbag-size hand sanitizer or flat-pack spanner compared? Now, there is an epilogue to this story. I forgot to take my Hope Stone out of my handbag, and it sailed through the airport security X-ray machine without a problem. Undetected. So I have come to the conclusion, it is like most things in life, just the luck of the draw.
Did you enjoy that? We hope so, because here at Life Energy Designs we want to educate you so that you can live the best possible life that you can. Any feedback or anything that you want to say to us, we would love to hear from you. Take care.